doing a super quick scrap for you, power scrap. What I'm scrapbooking is a larger photo. Some of you have asked me to have a look and see if I can scrap a larger photo and give you some ideas on how you might be able to do that. So that's what I'm doing. Now, before I get too far into it, I just want to let you know what I do on my channel is to help give you ideas, give you a jumping off point, give you inspiration, um, educate those that haven't been scrapping very long. If I've got some knowledge that I could share with you that would help you with your endeavors, that's what this channel's about. I am trying to reach as many people as I possibly can. Obviously, that's the idea. And I've been scrapbooking on and off for 20 years. And the way I scrap is a little bit different to some people. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. So everyone, I haven't said it for a while. So if there's any newbies that haven't subscribed, or you've just clicked on my power scrap and you thought, what is a power scrap? What I do is sometimes I take a lot of time and put a lot of thought into the whole process. A lot. And sometimes I overthink things just like you do. And other times I know exactly what I want to get on paper and I call it a power scrap, because sometimes we get bogged down with theories. Like you might have heard the theory of, you know, a visual triangle or the rule of threes or something like that. If you've heard those terms, once you've been scrapbooking for a while, that just comes to you naturally. Your eye sees what looks a little bit better. Excuse me. The 9 times out of 10, simply plonking one big photo in the center of a page can be very daunting for some people. So what I'm doing here is I'm using a little tiny bit of mixed media, just a little bit of distress ink. I have both distress inks and distress oxides. So I have a very large range of colors. I also use other mediums such as paint, chalk, metallics, sprays, oodles and oodles of different things that I use. But on this particular page, what I'm trying to simulate differently to what I did back on my Anzac Day page, all I want is just like some sun rays coming up behind. I wasn't looking for clouds. I wasn't looking for that sort of thing, because in my photo, the sky is crystal clear. So I just wanted to add a little bit of color in the background. I'm just getting rid of the harsh lines there. If you're new to using inks, something that I seriously suggest that you look into are blending brushes. Now, I buy these ones from Amazon and they cost me $29 for 10. I did order a set from, 2 sets actually, from, I think it might have been AliExpress. They're exactly the same brushes. And I have some I use my oxides with one lot and I use my inks with another lot. Now, because you can't combine the two. You can use oxide over ink, but you can't use ink on top of oxide because it'll wreck your ink pad. Okay, so the papers that I'm using here. This is my Paper Rose Studio Rainbow Poppy collection. Now, to say that I love this collection, and yes, I have been hoarding it because I haven't used it for a while. I absolutely love it. It is stunning. If you have not checked out Paper Rose Studio products, for my Aussies, it's an Australian made product. It's made right here in Australia. It is, the quality of paper is bar none. I have not found another paper quality like this at all yet. Oh, actually, I tell a lie. Alicia Redshaw, she has some absolutely beautiful. See how I stuffed that up? Did you see how I stuffed that up? I put it down too far, but that double-sided tape, you get no second chances with that. So I just had to suck it up and try and fix it. So I actually wanted that background piece of poppies, I actually wanted it up a little bit higher, but that's okay. We live and we learn. It's an accident, it's a happy accident, and it's not a problem. The picture I'm scrapbooking is of a tree in the main street of our town. Now, for those of you who don't know, I live in Caboolture, Queensland, and this tree, this camphor laurel tree, has been in our main street for as long as I can remember. And I moved to Caboolture from my dad moved us up here when I was 6 years of age, five or six, and I'm now 46. So 40 years, it's a deciduous tree. So it drops its leaves and then regenerates. And I just so happened this particular day to be driving past as the leaves were dropped, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to stop and I'm going to take a photo of that, because everyone has memories from where they grow up. Be them good, be them bad. But for me, this tree and the smell of this tree is home. I just love it. So I felt that it's something that I wanted to put into my scrapbook for my kids from years to come. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It's a tree, but the memory of it. And I thought, you know what? That's actually a really good picture to blow up. So I've actually done two larger photos, and I'm showing you how I present them differently. So this particular one in this video, and then there's another video coming up tomorrow. It is not, is it a power scrap? I don't think I did a power scrap on that one. I'm not sure. I don't think I did a power scrap on that baby. Okay, so I don't know. That's all right. So I did go over the edge. Now, it did frustrate me a little bit because I didn't really... What I'm doing is the bottom is in a little... I always put borders on my pages at the moment. I always put borders on them because it's just something that I find quite grounding. So all I'm doing here is the bits I cut off, I'm poking them in where you would assume a flower might be poking out from the side. So, or covering up, just a little bit of extra colour. Can't waste this stuff. These flowers are beautiful. Now, they have a slight sheen to them. So if you buy these flowers on any level, these papers, they do have a little bit of a sheen to them. But if you put, bang, wow, that just appeared out of nowhere. I obviously turned the camera off while I was looking for my stickers. Now, here is something that I use. This is a bit of an idea for you guys. Here in Australia, I find wax paper very difficult to get my hands on. And I've noticed quite a few times that other scrapbookers, especially overseas, they use wax paper, and I always thought, what a great idea. I do it too. I couldn't use it on these ones. I've been hoarding these stickers because they're so beautiful. But what I like to do is when I get such a pretty sticker or a pretty thickers or something like that, I like to make the most out of the stickers in a big title when they're busy like this, and I find it gives good impact. So these are very spring flowers. These are thickers and they are called Happy Life. Now, I've hoarded them for a bit, so you can see where I'm having a bit of trouble getting them off the backing paper. So there's another learning curve for you. As much as you love it, use it. Don't try and store it, because other than my creative memory stuff that seems to have stored so well, and I have always stored all of my scrapbooking stuff for the past 20 years, always out of direct sunlight, out of, I don't store my stickers and stuff, even though I'm in Queensland and it gets big time hot where I am. It, yeah, I've never noticed a problem with any of my creative memory stuff. I quite often use a bit of glue. Now look at that title. How much does that annoy you? Luckily, because I had the Distress ink underneath it, it allowed me to lift these stickers up again. But these things are so sticky. I dare not. I have a dog knocking at the door. Did you hear that? So that's a little bit better. I didn't want it to be all boom, 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 all lined up. I wanted it to sort of be a little bit off. So at this point, I'm thinking, does it need more? Does it need less? What does it need? All I write on this is the date and where the picture was taken. Now, I did practice that there because I still had a bit of blue ink in my brush, but it's okay. It looked fine. So I brought it up to the camera. Then I realized needs a little. Did I want to underline? Now it is a power scrap, so I wasn't going to procrastinate too long. But when I do a power scrap, I like to, from concept to completion, 1 hour. That's it. So I can speed it up 4 times and you guys get pretty much 15 minutes. That's how I do a power scrap. So, and I don't second guess myself. If I pick it up and think to myself, that's going to work, just do it. And that's what I did. So now it's the slow-mo, so you can see that I've added a bit of dimension. The thickers have a bit of dimension. You can see that little bit of shimmer sparkle brush on there. That's a uniquely creative one. I use that all the time. You can see that I've lifted those up there. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you a subscriber. It is free and I do post videos almost every day. So I will chat to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.